Ferrari is looking to bounce back in Monza, their home track, and it seems like they are coming prepared to fight with their main rival Red Bull. However, due to recent events unwinding down as they did, Ferrari is now facing competition from Mercedes, which was highly unexpected at the beginning of the season. Nevertheless, the Brackley-based team is now 30 points behind Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship, and the Italian team needs to do something as soon as possible in order to clear themselves for the P2 spot and win as many races as possible in the remainder of the season. This is why the team came prepared for the Monza GP, and if you want to find out more about Ferrari's upgrades, stick around with us until the end of this video. Ferrari were yet again on the receiving end during the Dutch GP, as they became famous after another one of their blunders. After costing Leclerc additional 2 points in the championship fight for pitting him in Spa when he didn't have the clear advantage over Alonso, Sainz was the one who struggled a lot because of Ferrari's latest blunder. After entering the pit stop, the mechanics forgot the rear left tyre in the garage, which cost Sainz 12.9 seconds in the pit stop. On top of that, he received a 5-second penalty due to an unsafe release, something that wasn't clear to him, Binotto, and even Max Verstappen, as it was discussed in the cooldown room that it was far from an unsafe release. This has been pointed out by Rosberg, and although the 2016 champion was very critique-oriented towards the Italian team, he received a quick response from Matteo Binotto as their conversation went like this. "Oh my goodness, Matteo Binotto keeps saying, no, we don't need to make any changes, everything is going well. When is the day coming? It's not possible. Even Formula 2 teams or F3 teams do a better job at their strategy and pit stops than Ferrari. You go to the pits and there is no tyre there in a normal race? At some point they really need to start making some changes," said Rosberg. Binotto fired back at Nico, saying that the easiest thing is to just sit at home and not be in the paddock and talk rubbish. "First, I think it's so easy to speak when you're outside of the paddock. It is easy to criticize, but we will not change people." That is my answer to Rosberg. We have got great people, and it has been proven that what is more important in sport is stability, and that we make sure we are improving day by day and race by race. We have got great people on the team, and I have no doubt on that. It takes years and experience for all teams to be at the front, and I think there is no reason why it should be different for ourselves, said Binotto. However, Ferrari is in a big deficit when it comes to performance, and as we mentioned earlier in this video, they have struggled a lot with their pace in the previous 3 races. That was also pointed out by Binotto, who said, "If you look at the quali pace of yesterday, we were hoping for a better result today. But the speed and the performance today was not great for all the race long, especially on the medium and the hards, which is something that has somehow affected our result. A bit unlucky maybe with Charles at the pit stop under the safety car because he just pitted, but I don't think that would have been enough, so simply not as good in terms of now it's 3 races in a row where Ferrari have lost out from Hungary, from Spa here, so I think we're not exploiting maybe the full potential of the car. This is something wrong that we need to address. In Hungary we were not quick enough, and maybe we need to simply review our packages that we introduced, or maybe in the way that we're balancing our car today. I think that the potential of the car can be high. It has proved to be higher since the beginning of the season, but right now it is not the case anymore, said Binotto. So what was it that Ferrari brought to the table in Monza? The answer is a new rear wing. It became evident that the team lost the advantage they had over Red Bull when it comes to the low downforce sections of the race, which they used to dominate in the first couple of races. On top of that, Red Bull does have a huge amount of straight line speed advantage over Ferrari and Mercedes, and in Monza there was one long main straight that could benefit Red Bull. That is why Ferrari is bringing a special low downforce rear wing for their home race at Monza, as their primary aim would be to end Verstappen's run of 4 consecutive wins. It's publicly known that the teams struggled a lot with the budget cap. When Red Bull introduced their new chassis, Matteo Binotto publicly said that if it was for Ferrari, they would never bring that kind of thing during the season, especially so late, since they are affected vastly by the budget cap. The same thing goes for the rear wing, but Ferrari are with their backs against the wall, and they have to do something in order to fight the dominance of Red Bull and fend off the attacks of Mercedes. This is why the team has engineered a special wing to deliver maximum straight line speed at F1's fastest track, given the fact that Monza is now as the temple of speed. With Ferrari's implementation of the new rear wing, they are looking to cut down the straight line speed to Red Bull, something that would help them in securing their first win after the Austrian GP. It is expected that Ferrari will run on the free practice sessions with an older background, more precisely an older rear wing, just to take the full potential of the tyres in the last practice and continue with that outline for the remainder of the weekend. On top of that, the team is looking forward to changing some engine mappings, as the Ferrari engineers will try to push the engine to its limits in order to deliver top-notch power and finally win a race. We know that Ferrari has struggled a lot with the reliability of its engines, which is why it used to run it slightly differently and kind of spare it out of its own power. However, now that they have nothing to lose, the team has chosen to pick up the new, fresh units which Leclerc picked up in Spa, and Sainz will have the new hybrid engine for which he'll probably receive a penalty. The team has another problem to address, and that is the degradation of their tyres. However, according to Pirelli's main guy in the paddock, Isola, Monza is supposed to deliver a lesser amount of degradation to the tyres, meaning that Ferrari may very well be saved from this situation. Yet, it will be far away from a smooth sailing for Ferrari. Although the team is looking forward to striking back and Red Bull and hope that something possibly goes wrong for the Austrian team, Leclerc is considered with the pace that Mercedes has shown ahead of Monza. Hadn't it been for the missed tactic for Lewis Hamilton, the Silver Arrows would have definitely finished ahead of Leclerc at P2 and P3, cutting down the lead in the Constructors' Championship additionally. I think everyone is obviously improving, but in the last races we've been struggling a bit more in race pace. Now Mercedes is also in the fight and they are very quick. They were extremely quick today, especially on the harder compounds. I think our pace on the soft was really good at the beginning. We had used tyres, Max was on new, so I think the difference was more or less what we expected. But then on the new medium, we were slower than expected for sure. On paper, Monza, it's not our best track unfortunately. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to going there. We always have a massive amount of support, and for that I'm really looking forward to do it. But I think the performance on paper will be a bit more than this weekend unfortunately, finished Leclerc. With that being said, it's up to us to wait and see how things will transpire for Ferrari. With the new rear wing specified for low downforce tracks as well as the engine mappings, we're looking towards an interesting fight that could potentially include 6 drivers, something that we've been eager to see happening since the beginning of the season. What do you think is next for Ferrari in Monza? Let us know in the comments below.